Virally. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button below and hit the bell icon to get instant upload notifications. If you want to join any of the social media networks of Medico Virally, click the links given in the description. And in the last video, we have already discussed regarding the congestive heart failure, and we have discussed about the acute and chronic. If you haven't watched the videos, kindly do watch for more detailed information. And a small review here is the acute congestive heart failure. We had mainly two problems, that is, there was a need to decrease the fluid, and also we had to increase the pumping action of the heart, that is to increase the contractility. So to decrease the fluid or to remove the excess fluid from the body, we use diuretics, and to increase the contractility or pumping action of the heart, we used inotropes. And mainly we had two stimulators, that is the beta-1 agonist and the digitalis group of drugs. And we killed the enemy with the help of phosphodiesterase inhibitors. So this was about the acute congestive heart failure. And about the chronic congestive heart failure, we had mainly three problems. The one, we have to decrease the workload of the heart. We use the venodilators and arteriodilators for that. And to decrease the fluid, we use the same loop diuretics. And to decrease the left ventricular hypertrophy, that is the heart has been remodeled. There was a cardiac remodeling due to the chronic phase of the congestive heart failure. And for this, we used mainly 4 drugs. All the drugs are inhibitors or antagonists or blockers. That is the beta-1 antagonist or beta-1 blocker. They are contraindicated in acute congestive heart failure. We give the beta-1 blockers only in the chronic congestive heart failure. And the second, ACE inhibitors, the PRIL group of drugs, and the ARBs, angiotensin receptor blockers, and these are the sartan group of drugs, and the aldosterone antagonist or blockers. So these are the 4 group of drugs which we used to to decrease the cardiac remodeling. So this was about the acute and chronic. And the next one we have is the brain natriuretic peptide. So here there was a small story that a doctor was in the clinic and a patient arrived to the clinic with the congestive heart failure. And then the doctor knew there was pulmonary edema and there was increase in the JVP, and he finally diagnosed the situation as congestive heart failure. And later on, as we just saw, he gave the vasodilators and he gave the diuretic group of drugs, and also he gave one of these blockers also. And after he gave to the patient was angry at the doctor, like, why are you giving me 2 or 3 drugs? How can I take these drugs at a single time? Then the doctor got insulted, and he thought that why couldn't I get a single drug so that I can get all of the actions in the single drug? That is, if there is any possibility that one drug can decrease the workload or to decrease the fluid or to decrease the hypertrophy. And later on he was thinking, and he found the brain natriuretic peptide had that action. That is, the word itself tells you natriuresis, means removal of the sodium from the body. When the sodium is removed, the water also follows sodium, and in this way there was a decrease of the workload or a fluid of the heart. And also this BNP caused vasodilation, so this decreased the pressure on the heart. So in the single BNP we got 2 important actions. So later on he also said the peptide means we cannot give it per oral, so I have to give it in the IV form. So he asked the patient that I will give this drug in the IV form. So to give the brain natriuretic peptide, usually it is present in every human being, but in some human beings, if there is no sufficient amount of the BNP, so he found the recombinant BNP and he named it as nisiritide. And he named this drug because he was using iPhone and always he was eager to know the weather updates, and he just asked, "Hello Siri, please tell me the weather." and the Siri was giving the answer immediately. So in the same way, as Siri was short acting or fast acting, he just named the group of drug also with Siri. So Nisiritide, tide means peptide. So we are giving in IV form, and Siri, you can remember it as short acting. So this was a recombinant BNP. Okay, after giving this, he found the BNP is not staying in the blood for long period. There is some enemy that is killing the BNP, and the BNP was degrading very fast. And later he found the enemy was NEP, neutral endopeptidase, and he named it with neprilysin, so which is lysing the brain natriuretic peptide. So it is breaking down the BNP. And later he wants to kill this enemy. The doctor wants to kill the enemy, and he wants the more thrill. So when killing the enemy, he felt a great thrill, and that's why he gave the group of drugs also, the drug name also with the thrill group of drugs, that is sacubitril acadothrill. It's not avocado, it's acadothrill. So the thrill group of drugs killed the enemy. Okay, I think you can remember it easily now. So these are the NEP inhibitor group of drugs with the sacubitril and acadothrill. So after he killed the enemy, the BNP used to stay longer period of time. But even though the doctor was not satisfied, he was thinking to combine the old group of drugs with this NEP thrill group of drugs. And first he thought of getting the pril group of drugs, that is ACE inhibitors, the pril, captopril, lisinopril, etc. He got this pril group of drugs and the NEP inhibitors, the thrill group of drugs, and he mixed both of them into a single drug. And later he named the drug as omapatrilat, sampatrilat. If you can observe here, the P and the pril is also there, and thrill is also present. So these are the names of the drugs, and totally this group of drugs are given a name vasopeptidase inhibitor. So the doctor finally got up to this stage, and later he invited his another group of drugs, angiotensin receptor blockers, and he named them as ARNI group of drugs, that is angiotensin receptor blockers and NEP inhibitors. He combined both of them, like valsartan, the sartan group of drugs from the ARBs, and the sacubitril from the NEP. And finally, after he combined the old drugs with the newer inhibitors and everything, he was thinking, yeah, I'm going to be successful. But immediately there was a rise in the heart rate. And after thinking, the doctor was laughing. I have done all these efforts, and even though now the heart rate is increasing, do I look funny to you? And later the doctor was thinking, and just he thought, yeah, there is some funny current which is released from the SA node. So from the SA node, this IF means funny current was releasing, and due to this the heart rate was increased. And then he wants to block even this funny current. Then he came with a new drug, that is ivabradine. So the letter I tells you it is IF, means the funny current. This ivabradine blocks the sodium channels, and it directly blocks the funny current also. In this way he can decrease the heart rate. Even the brady tells you that ivabradine decreases the heart rate by causing the bradycardia. And the VA must tell you the main side effect of this drug, that is there will be a decreased visual acuity in these patients. So this was about the another new drug which he used. Later on, after all these efforts, still there was some extent of the vasoconstriction, and there was a decreased urine output. He was thinking why this is happening. Is there any other hidden enemy? Yeah, the hidden enemy he found later is vasopressin. What vasopressin does is, it is also named as antidiuretic hormone. So the name itself tells antidiuretic. So it doesn't let the diuresis to be caused, that is it decreases the urine output by acting on V2 receptors, and it causes vasoconstriction by acting on V1 receptors. So this hidden enemy also must be killed. Then the doctor came with a new group of drugs, Vaptans, that is vasopressin antagonist. So this Vaptans blocked the vasopressin, and it cannot act on the V1 and V2, and hence there was vasodilation and also increased urine output. And there are two name of the drugs, that is conivaptan and the tolvaptan. Recently tolvaptan has been approved to treat the autosomal dominant disease, that is acute polycystic kidney disease. This was all about the newer group of drugs which were used to treat the congestive heart failure. A small review about all this video is mainly what we have discussed: the acute variant, the chronic variant, and we have detailedly discussed in the older videos also. If you haven't watched them, kindly do watch. And in this video especially we have discussed about the newer group of drugs, that is BNP, brain natriuretic peptide. The one recombinant is niseritide, and the NEP inhibitors, the thrill group of drugs. Later the pril and thrill are combined, named as vasopeptidase inhibitors. And the later Arni group of drugs, that is ARB and NEP inhibitors, are combined. And later he came with the funny current blocker, that is ivabradine. And finally the hidden enemy, that is vasopressin. So these are all about the newer group of drugs used in the congestive heart failure. If you like the video, kindly click the like button and do share to your friends. If you want to join any of the social media networks, Telegram, WhatsApp, etc., kindly click the link given in the description. Thank you very much for watching.